Welcome to Board Game Boards, a show where we give you the how-to and review of today's top games.
I'm Lee.
And I'm Tom, and today we're looking at...
Ticket to Ride! Ticket to Ride is a game where 2 to 5 train conductors must travel across North America, connecting one large city to another.
The longer their trips and the more train cars used, the more points they can receive. But they must complete their assigned routes or suffer the consequences.
So let's hop aboard the Lone Shark Express and find out.
Inside, you'll find a game map of North America, colored train cars for each player, and 5 wooden scoring markers.
You'll also find train car cards, a summary card, destination tickets, and a bonus point card.
Now the real question is, who wants to play a game about trains?
I know, right? Thanks for watching another episode of Board Game
We've never given up on a board game yet, and we're not about to start now. Besides, if we didn't review this game, our viewers sure would get steamed. Choo choo.
Oh god, that was really bad. Let's just set up the board. Each player chooses a colored set of train car pieces and the matching wooden point marker. Place it on the scoring track that outlines the board at 1.
Shuffle up all the train cards and deal 4 to each player. Place the next 5 cards face up and the deck next to them.
Shuffle the destination cards and deal 3 to each player.
The player can choose to keep all 3 or just 2. Each completed path gives you a nice chunk of points.
But keep in mind that all uncompleted routes are subtracted from your score at the end of the game.
Now keep your destination tickets secret. We'll tell you why when we get to the real meat and potatoes of the game. Potatoes!
Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew.
We're contractually obligated by Jake to make Lord of the Rings references.
You can earn points by connecting 2 cities together, completing a route on your destination ticket, or by receiving the bonus card for the longest continuous series of routes.
And again, any destination tickets not completed are subtracted from your total at the end of the game.
All aboard! Looks like it's time to climb aboard and start playing.
Whoever goes first has the option of doing one and only one possible action.
The first option is to claim a route.
You claim routes by turning in train cards of the same number and color indicated by the board. Rainbow cards can act as any color.
Gray routes on the board can have any color train, but again, they must all be the same color.
Some routes can only have 1 player's trains, while other routes have spaces for 2 trains side by side.
This is why you want to keep your cards secret. Let's say you want to get from Portland to Salt Lake City.
Following that long blue route would be easy, but if someone else knows you need that route, they might build there to stop you, and then you have to waste time going all the way around.
The number of train cards on a route dictates the amount of points they're worth. You'll find this on the game board at the bottom right, in the instruction manual, and on the summary card.
A little route like Nashville to Atlanta is easy, but only snags you 1 point.
Meanwhile, Calgary to Winnipeg snags you 15 points, but might prove difficult to build.
The second option for your turn is to draw train cards.
You can draw 2 of the face-up cards, 2 from the face-down deck, or a combination of the 2.
If you draw a face-up multicolored locomotive card, then that is the only card you may draw that turn.
If you draw a face-up card, replace it immediately with a new one from the deck and then draw your second card. If it's a locomotive, you may not draw it.
If your first draw from the face-down deck is a locomotive, you may still draw a second card.
If there's 3 locomotives in the face-up deck, discard all 5 and draw 5 new cards.
The last option to take on your turn is to grab additional destination cards.
After drawing 3, you have to keep at least 1, but you can keep 2 or 3 if you'd like.
Now we wouldn't recommend this unless you've already completed your other destination cards and you don't anticipate the game ending anytime soon.
Tickets! Tickets, gentlemen! The game ends when you have 2 or less train cars left. Each player, including that player, takes 1 final turn before adding their scores up. Reveal your destination tickets and either add or subtract their points from your total.
If you haven't been keeping track of the scores with your point marker, you can go back and add up all the points from all of your routes.
Don't forget to add the longest route bonus to that player's score.
Whoever has the most points wins. If there's a tie, then whoever has the most completed destination cards wins. So let's talk about some pros and cons of the game. The gameplay is simple enough that anyone can catch on in just a few rounds. Even with this level of simplicity, you find your strategy developing and evolving. There aren't really any obvious flaws with the game. But if I had to say something, I'd say adding up all the points at the end of the game can be a pain, but only if you didn't use the scoring track around the outside of the board.
Building trains across North America doesn't sound like the most thrilling concept for a game, but it's a unique approach to a classic game type that doesn't fail to please. Now, no real flaws, but anytime you have a ton of pieces, you run the risk of losing some. But it's necessary for a game like this. But hey, what do we know? Go down to your local game shop and give it a try for yourself.
Well, that about wraps it up for another episode of Board Game Game Boards.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Let us know what other games you'd like us to review in future episodes, and we will definitely, maybe, get around to playing them.
Hey, we're almost there.
Where are we going anyway?
Table set, deck shuffled, it's time to start smashing bases!
Whoa, chill out, Thor. First, we need to learn the card types and how turns work.
Oh yeah, I guess that would help.
Each turn has an order of play to follow. First, check if any cards in play have abilities that activate at the beginning of your turn. Resolve those, then move on.